All right, so this is a clip I saw from the Howie Mandel podcast, and I just found it so fucking like cringe and inappropriate. And look, I love people who cross the line but do it well. Okay, Ethan Klein does it great.
Hard to do it well.
Howard Stern does it great. I'd like to think we do it great.
We're trying. We're learning. You know.
I just think Howie, and I'm not trying to shit on his daughter, but she also just says some cringe shit in this. We will play the clip in a second. Just give a little bit of context. I just think like he doesn't really know how to walk the line as like an interviewer per se yet. I think he's just like trying to be. He knows he's going to clip it. The clip did really well.
Right. So yeah, it's kind of
it's just a bit cringe.
Bait. It's like a bait question. Yeah.
It is, and I'm not sure if you know the drama about Bam, who left Jackass because there was this big thing.
Yes.
Bam Margera, who was like back in the day, was like everybody knew him, but unfortunately he had a load of like drug issues, alcohol problems, and was basically just told not to just stay sober while filming the 4th Jackass movie. He didn't. He got kicked off, and basically Johnny Knoxville, Spike Jonze, and Jeff Tremaine, the director, all had to get restraining orders against Bam because he basically like, I know for Johnny at least, like Bam like threatened like his kids and shit and said some horrible stuff. And
yeah.
Anyway, I haven't actually look as a huge fan of Jackass, and Johnny is the coolest person in the world. I love Knoxville. The Knox is like, it's so hard
Johnny
to hate
Knoxville
him.
Leads that ship. Like he's just so.
He's the coolest cat ever. Okay,
he's the coolest cat ever. Yeah.
And I've never seen him actually address on like a live interview him talking about Bam. But anyway, Howie brings it up. But I just think the way they talk about it, it's just a bit inappropriate. You just play it and then if you want to go back and dissect it, just let it all play through.
I'm just moving it up
give me
so we
your
can see
reaction to it.
So what did you say was the time?
It was 50 seconds in.
50. Okay, around.
So this is Knoxville's just he's promoting his new film that came out. But anyway, let me know what you think about this.
All right, I haven't seen this, so it's live reaction.
Yeah.
If you're in a play, they say break a leg.
Right. Sure.
As long as it's not your kids.
Yeah. Not my kids.
Speaking of the old group, Bam, have you had any conversation?
Oh, I can. The way they cut to his ass.
I literally just say don't pause it.
All right, I'm sorry. I can tell it's going downhill.
I haven't talked to Bam probably since.
Oh no.
Unfortunately, we had to let him go from the movie, and I haven't talked to him since then. So,
because he's online spouting
yeah,
that he wants to. Did you see? Have you seen?
Knoxville, get into a ring with me. Take off your boxing gloves.
Why are you pausing
do you want me to keep playing it? Because it's so hard to watch.
Just go for it and then pause it.
1, 2, 3, you're done for.
I can't control any of that. Oof. I can just control my side. I love Bam. I wish him well. I hope I understand. I think he's sober now for a little bit, and I hope that continues. And I hope he can, I wish him nothing but the best.
He wants to fight you.
Yeah. So what am I going to do with that?
I don't know.
I'm
asking.
Televise it. Make money.
He posted a.
What would I gain from that? Nothing.
Pay-per-view.
Merchandising. No, I wish him well.
All right, that's.
Wow.
I don't know. It's just like you can tell it's such a hard thing for him to talk about, and they don't understand. It's like, and I respect him so much for just being like, this is what I love about the Knots. It's like, what would I get out of that? Like, seriously, what would I? He's my friend who I had an awful falling out with. Like, what would I get out of this? Of having a fun? I don't know. It's just like, it's just. And I like Howie, but I'm just saying, I just think the whole thing was just like super cringe, just the way they handled it. I saw that clip and I was just like, what?
I got to say, I think, because when you texted me about this clip, you said something about how Knoxville handled it well. And I got to say, seeing the clip, he handled it as good as you can in that situation.
I also think because he takes a huge pause before answering, and I think he already knows the answer that he hasn't spoken to him since the film, since they had to fire him from the film. But I feel like he was probably like, I was not expecting this question. I'm on the show. It's just funny to me. It's like, and they play him the clip of fucking Bam Margera being like, Knoxville, get, like, obviously off his chops.
Yeah,
Knoxville,
so
get
that,
in the ring.
yeah.
And it's like, why are you showing him? It's
So
like,
that
he
was like
already
a
knows
challenge
that.
that he.
Yeah, he did.
Oh,
But he's insane. He's off his fucking nuts on drugs. Like he is sober now, to my knowledge. I don't know. It's just like, I kind of feel like we're new podcasters. I just feel like
you're saying Knoxville is sober.
no, Bam Margera.
Oh, okay, Bam. So Bam is sober. That's good.
He has been sober for a couple of months now, I think. But he's been sober so many times and relapsed, and it's just like, yeah. I just think it's kind of interesting. Like, we're obviously new podcasters. I just think that's not really how you would conduct a question that's obviously a really sore spot as a topic. That's just how I saw it and perceived it. I don't know.
That's the thing. I feel
it's
like
so classic Howie though. He's always been like, it's Howie Mandel's podcast. What do you
to play him the clip too, like to force him to
it's
react.
so weird though. It's like
Man.
imagine hearing that,
Yeah,
and it's like money, merchandising, go pay per view it. It's like, really, it's that. It's like, I'm sorry, like Howie is so Hollywood brained.
yeah.
It's like, maybe you're actually just talking to someone who's like, this is just my friend. I don't want to. This whole situation has been horrible. I don't want to make any money off it. Like, that's not at all what I'm trying to do. This whole situation is just horrible enough as it is. And they're like, make money out of it and yeah, whatever.
Well, I hate
don't
to
know.
say, I don't want to. I don't know this Bam guy, and obviously
You would have seen him in the movies.
No. I mean, like, I don't know what he's up. I don't fully know what's
Right.
going on with him now. But I guess on the surface, like from a cursory look, to me, a part of like truly embracing sobriety and moving past that part of your life is also, I mean, isn't it one of the 12 steps, like making amends and all that? So I feel like for him to be like, fight me, Johnny, doesn't sound like the healthiest exit, out of using and going into sobriety that you
Well,
could
he's
have.
Bam's still mates with like Steve-O and stuff. And, but Steve-O's been like,
Yeah, dude.
that's a Steve-O soundbite.
Oh, Steve-O, my boy.
He has been very open about like, look, because back in the day, Knoxville did an intervention for Steve-O, and that's what led to him getting sober.
You will.
So
Sounds like a good friend to me.
yeah, absolutely, and like, he has tried to do the same thing for Bam Margera, but
Shut up and listen to me for once.
yeah, and he obviously like he took it so
didn't.
personally, and I understand like you're going to take it personally, but like, it's like, can't you see that Steve-O's been sober for, I think he's been sober like 14 years or something like that.
Dude.
It's awesome. And like, can you not
It's
just
great.
see
It's
that
great,
and be like,
you know.
look, I got through it, and so can you. And this is the person who helped me get through. Anyway, I know we're like new podcasters, and I'm just like, well, for this show, I guess again, but it's like, yeah, I think this is how I wouldn't necessarily conduct an interview. Also, you're right. It is just so cringy. Like,
Yeah, and
It's hard to
he's so
watch.
obviously not into the question, and they
Yeah.
push
yeah, that's the
because
thing.
they want the clip, like you said.
They want the
and
clip, and it's done really well.
Oh,
The clip is
man.
done very well, so I guess it worked.
Yikes!
It's
Do better, Howie Mandel.
It's so funny. I was at Aiden's last night, and we watched Wild Beyond again. But as he went to go put it on, like America's Got Talent was playing, and Howie was on. I'm like, this motherfucker's everywhere. Like
Yeah, he's a judge, right?
AGT, yeah.
Yeah,
I'm like, yeah. It's just so funny that he's like, Howie's like this. He was never an interviewer, was he? Oh no, he had the Howie Mandel show, didn't he? Whatever. I'm just saying, like, there's a fine line to walk.
there's a reason he didn't host a late night show. Let's just say that.
No. And also, if I generally was, I think Howie really does just get guests because, like, he's famous and he's, like, calling in favors. If that generally was my friend on the show and it was a topic that I knew he was very sensitive and her about, I wouldn't bring out no matter how many views it would get.
Bruh.
Like, I don't
I
know
agree, I
why
agree.
I would want to put my friend on the spot and be like, and to play the clip as well is just so fucking insanely hilarious in a sad way.
Yes,
Like,
yeah.
it's literally like, I want to fucking knock you out in a ring. It's like, okay. Anyway.